Hello everyone, I'm Kokan and welcome to our channel, Tips and Streams. Today marks an exciting day as we wrap up the play-in tournament with some thrilling games. By the end of today, we'll discover who clinches the 8th spot in the playoffs for both the Eastern and Western conferences. Stay tuned to find out who will go head-to-head with the Boston Celtics or the Oklahoma City Thunder in the upcoming playoff battles. The first prediction for today is for the game between the Chicago Bulls and Miami Heat. Tonight's clash at the Kaseya Center in Miami brings a crucial Eastern Conference play-in tournament finale to the hardwood, featuring the Chicago Bulls against the Miami Heat. With the victor advancing to square off against the Boston Celtics, both squads are vying for a prize spot in the first round of the playoffs. Following a close loss to the Philadelphia 76ers, the Miami Heat return to their stronghold, where their record is formidable. Despite initially being favored by 2.5 points, a slight shift in odds has occurred after Jimmy Butler was sidelined with an MCL injury. This game is pivotal for Miami's playoff ambitions, underscored by fluctuations in the total points line, which currently stands at 205.5, with a notable lean towards fewer points being scored. The home court edge for Miami is significant, particularly given their track record against Central Division teams, securing wins and beating the spread in their last 10 games post-loss. This resilience, a hallmark of the Heat culture under coach Erik Spoelstra, is critical, especially in Butler's absence. Miami boasts an average of 110.1 points per game, shooting 46.5% from the field and 37% from beyond the arc, while their defense holds strong, ranking third in the league by allowing only 108.4 points per game. On the other side, the Chicago Bulls, coming off a win against the Hawks with Kobe White scoring a career-high 42 points, bring momentum into this game. The Bulls have had a mixed season, scoring 112.3 points per game with a 47% shooting accuracy, but falter defensively, conceding 113.7 points per game, placing them 28th in the league. Their offensive firepower, led by DeMar DeRozan, with an average of 24 points per game, will be crucial. In their Miami encounters this season, each team has grabbed a win, indicating a well-matched rivalry. However, the Bulls' road struggles, particularly against Southeast Division teams, cast doubts on their chances tonight. Injury-wise, both squads are hampered. Miami feels the pinch with Butler sidelined and Terry Rozier's participation uncertain. Chicago might be without Alex Caruso, a vital defensive asset, which could sway the advantage to Miami, especially if Tyler Herro capitalizes on this gap. Statistically, the Bulls trail in three-point efficiency and defensive metrics, whereas the Heat excel in defending the three and overall scoring defense. These factors are likely to shape the outcome of tonight's game, with Miami poised to curb the Bulls' perimeter shooting and exploit their defensive lapses. Considering their current form, past clashes in Miami, and strategic depth, the odds favor Miami to cover the spread. The Heat are expected to rely on their robust defense and the support of their home crowd to overcome the Bulls. Despite the Bulls' offensive prowess, Miami's playoff mettle should carry them through. Anticipate a nail-biter, with the total points likely staying below the 205.5 mark, reflecting the team's recent performance trends and the high stakes of this playoff showdown. I'm betting on the Miami Heat to not only win, but also cover the spread. Today's second and last prediction is for the game between Sacramento Kings and New Orleans Pelicans. Tonight's face-off at the Smoothie King Center is no ordinary date on the NBA schedule. It's a high-octane play-in clash with monumental implications for the playoffs, as the Sacramento Kings square off against the New Orleans Pelicans. The victor will snag a coveted spot in the first-round playoff series against the Oklahoma City Thunder, ratcheting up the intensity in an already charged environment. The Sacramento Kings glide into this showdown on the wings of a commanding win over the Golden State Warriors, notching a solid 118-94 triumph. The Kings demonstrated their scoring finesse, netting an admirable 43.9% from the field and a stellar 46.2% from downtown. Keegan Murray was on fire, pouring in 32 points and asserting himself as an indispensable offensive juggernaut. Yet, it's not only Murray making waves. De'Aaron Fox has been a relentless scoring machine, with an average of 26.6 points per game this season. Sacramento's stats unveil a squad that can pile on the points, 116.6 points per game, on 47.7% shooting, but also display defensive cracks, allowing rivals to hit 48% from the field. Their solid rebounding, averaging 44 boards per game, could be a game-changer tonight. Meanwhile, the New Orleans Pelicans are feeling the sting of Zion Williamson's absence due to a hamstring injury. This loss loomed large in their narrow 110-106 defeat to the Lakers, despite a gutsy showing from Brandon Ingram. Sans Williamson, the Pelicans' hopes hinge on Ingram and C.J. McCollum to shoulder the scoring burden. However, Ingram's form might be a vulnerability tonight, as he shakes off the rust post-injury. With Sacramento's staunch defenders like Harrison Barnes and De'Aaron Fox ready to capitalize, this could spell trouble. Moreover, the Pelicans' defense, which concedes 46.4% shooting and 34.9% from the perimeter, must clamp down against the high-octane Kings offense. Despite the Pelicans historically having the upper hand over Sacramento this season, Williamson's injury shifts the dynamics dramatically, amplifying the pressure on others to elevate their game. Reviewing their recent head-to-heads in New Orleans, the Pelicans typically held the edge. Yet, with Zion sidelined and Sacramento's key players in form, the balance could shift in this critical encounter. Sacramento's knack for inducing turnovers and their precision from beyond the arc might just crack open the Pelicans' defenses. Conversely, New Orleans must leverage their home court advantage and collective effort to bridge the gap left by Williamson. Considering the stakes in both teams' current form, the prediction favors the Sacramento Kings. Despite their previous struggles against New Orleans, the Kings are primed to exploit the Pelicans' compromised lineup and clinch the win. In summary, I foresee the Sacramento Kings not only claiming victory, but also covering the 1.5-point spread. Brace for a nail-biter, but ultimately, Sacramento's depth and Williamson's absence will likely tilt the scales their way. My money's on the Kings to win and cover the spread.